Hi guys, I hope you all are doing good. I'm good. Today I wanted to talk about one of the subjects which was also asked from me. Somebody messaged me asking, does true love exist? And as we know that Valentine's Day is just around the corner, so I wanted to talk about love today. Before we understand whether true love exists or not, I think we need to understand what love is. This is one of the subjects that I have explored a lot. I'm not going to say it's the most closest to my heart, but this has been a subject which I struggled a lot to understand, and I had to literally be open-minded to come to terms with what I had experienced and what my understanding became then. So number one, to understand love, we need to understand the first thing is that most of the times I learned that I was being dependent on other people. I was being dependent on other people to show me my worth, to tell me that I'm worthy of love. And instead of believing that I was I was whoever I was, which means I I I didn't need somebody else's approval. I didn't need somebody else's validation outside me. I didn't need that appreciation of who I had become. But because I was looking for a validation, an appreciation, an approval outside of me, my love life was always not as I wanted, to say the least. So I learned that in order to actually experience that true love which we think, we need to get over this idea that somebody has to come and save me, or somebody has to come and prove me my worthiness, or somebody has to come and complete me. I mean, so in order to understand love, we need to get over these ideas. They look very romantic, and I completely understand that. Of course, they're very romantic to say that somebody loves me and I feel complete with them. It's so nice to be with somebody. It's really fascinating. But unfortunately, let me tell you this, and as I experienced, this is not true. This is not true. That somebody serves like a drug, you know. Till the drug is around, you're like, we are high, and you take away the drug, and the drug is over, the effects are over. We're back to this whoever we are, and it's very hard to be with ourselves and accept ourselves because we want that drug to uplift us, and that drug is the person we think we fall in love with. So this idea that somebody else will complete us, love us, approve us, appreciate us is completely crazy, wrong. This is completely wrong. I mean, this is not love at all. And again, this idea that somebody will make me feel better, people get into relationships, and those relationships unfortunately don't work because this idea that my spouse or my partner will actually provide me all that I'm missing, the lack that is inside me, the void that is inside me, somebody else will fulfill that outside of me. And this becomes more like a dependency. So I'm dependent on somebody else to tell me what my worth is, to show me that I deserve all this love. Now this is being dependent, this is dependency, this is not love. And then some people are so dependent that they expect in relationships, which is like, if I do this for you, you should do something as a response to what I've done. So this becomes now a transaction, a deal. So love is not a deal. You can't say I do this and you have to do this. Meaningless, an expectation. You can't be dependent on somebody else. You can't be doing a transaction on love in the name of love. So this is completely false. Love, as we say, is unconditional. But what is this unconditional love? We always hear that, and I remember I was like, what is this soulmate? Who is this soulmate? When am I going to meet this soulmate in my life? When is my love life going to get better? And apparently, with all the failures that I had, I realized that every time, as I said, I was looking for somebody else to approve of me, somebody else to say, oh, you're worthy of love, you deserve this love, and I love you. And in their presence, I was feeling lovely and nice. And the moment they were away, I was all this insecure and come and complete me, come and rescue me, come and tell me my worthiness. So all of this is completely fake. And even what you call unconditional love, in my opinion, there is nothing as unconditional love, nothing at all outside of you. Let me give the disclaimer here. Outside of you, there is nothing unconditional. There's no one person in this world that you can love unconditionally, and I can challenge that. I can definitely challenge that. On this earth, there is not even one single person who can love you unconditionally. Nobody, not even your parents, not your spouse, not your children. This is a lie. This is a complete lie if somebody tells you that I love you unconditionally. If a parent tells this to a child, it's not true. If a spouse tells this to the other spouse, it's not true. If children tell this to the parents, it's not true. If your lover tells you, I'm telling you, it is not true. Nobody can love you unconditionally. The only person who can love you, accept you, truly the way you are, is you. So who can give you this unconditional love is you. By being non-judgmental with yourself, by being non-critical with yourself, by not neglecting yourself, by accepting who you are completely, your background, you, who you've become, your goods, your bads, whatever we call those. All of that. Who is this one person that can give you unconditional love? Number one, it's you yourself. So while my love life was failing, I realized there's only one person, and that is me. The moment I started to love myself, things completely changed. You know, when you're dating somebody, they can feel your energy long before you actually go and meet them, or even in the first meeting. They know the energy you send them. And as a woman, I know when you go with somebody with this insecure energy, they feel that. And that is not very attractive. I don't want to make your dating life better, at least in this video. But what I'm saying is that this energy of I am in love with myself, with my life, with my background, with my family, with my experience, whether they are worst, whether they are best, whatever they are, I have become who I am because of my experiences. And I absolutely love where I come from, where I am. This energy, when you go with this energy, the other person can feel that. The other person can feel how secure and fearless you are. You have to become this particular person that you think you're going to fall in love with. Be that person, become that person. And that person you can only become when you start giving that love to yourself, instead of expecting somebody else outside of you to give you love. Tell yourself that what you expect somebody else to tell you. How difficult it is to tell yourself, hey, I love you. Don't worry, everything is going to be fine. No matter who is with you, I will love you. I will stay with you. And I understand you. The world can go against you, but you have to be with yourself. You are the only person who can love yourself unconditionally. Only you. So stop telling the lies to yourself that somebody else will come and rescue me and save me. My life will change. This idea of the prince and the princess and all this, trust me. Forget about it. You don't care who's coming, who's not coming. You have to love yourself so much that it doesn't really matter who stays in your life and who is not. Stop looking for that one person. Who is that soulmate? Who is that partner? Where can I meet them? Where can I go? Where are they? What are my dreams telling me? Stop this story right now. I've lived this life for years. It doesn't work that way. Till I got fed up. I have to find a way. There has to be a way when I stop looking at my WhatsApp expecting somebody to send me a message. Expecting that somebody has actually read my message and I want them to reply to me. I had to stop this idea that somebody else has to approve of me. If it's my insecurity, I have to face myself. You have to detach yourself from this idea of love. This is all attachment. Whether it's meeting, whether it's calling, whether it's messaging, whether it's texting, whatever it is. It's all this idea that if you reply me, I will feel like, I can breathe now. I'm sure if you've ever fallen in love, you know what I'm talking about. Meeting somebody, you're going out to see that special person, now you're fully dressed and you're like, your stomach is churning, your heart is racing faster, and you're like, it's going to be the best date ever. It stays with you for a few days, it gives you that hype, and then what happens? You come back to who you are. And this person you don't like, but this hype doesn't stay with you for long. What do? Give yourself all this love that you desire from somebody else. How difficult it is to tell yourself that you're beautiful. You're just beautiful. Look at yourself in the eyes and tell yourself you're beautiful. I started doing that. You can do that as well. Just get over this idea that somebody else comes and appreciates me and I'm like, I'm the best. No. You have to do this to yourself. And trust me, when you start doing that, it will not matter if somebody says you're good or you're bad. It will not change anything in your life. It doesn't to me. I know who I am. So if somebody comes and praise me too much, I'm like, I know, but what's going on here? You see. And if somebody says I'm the worst person, I say, okay, thank you. That's what you think. I know who I am. How do you think about this life of being detached? I'm not saying become a Zen, but practice this. The more you practice, you'll see you are who you are. You can't not like yourself and expect somebody else to show you all that love. It doesn't work that way. My love life didn't change just like that. I had did a lot of work on myself, a lot of work. And then I realized that the true love and the unconditional love and whatever real love you say is between you and you. Nobody can give you that outside of you. It's between you and you. Develop this relationship first, and then this is next. Who is that partner? Where am I meeting him? How can I find that ideal partner? Who am I attracting in my life? That's a big sign, by the way. Who are you attracting in your life? You are attracting people in your life. Instead of saying that men are bad or something. I used to say that for years. I'm sorry about that, but I used to. And then what happened? All I was getting was these bad men. Because that's what I thought men were. So stop thinking about this, that men are bad. Be positive. Work on yourself. Love yourself. Give all that is needed for you. Become this person who you can stand in front of the mirror and say, I love myself. I love myself for this beautiful person that I've turned into. And it's not just the external, of course the internal. And once you have this relationship, once you have this energy with you, you will see how you attract other people which are good ones in your life. You will not have any more questions whether true love exists or not. Because you understand it's me who is attracting these people. So one bad experience happens in our life, and then what's happening? What's happening? Every time we are saying, oh, the men are bad, men are bad, men are bad, women are bad, women are bad. Where are these sincere women? Where are these women? These days, no, you don't find good women, blah, 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 blah. Cycle goes on and on and on and on. And then you start believing that good women do not exist, bad men do exist, whatever. This is how you shape your beliefs now. Now, who are you attracting? These people who are what you think they are. So you are attracting these people. Again, as I say, become responsible of your life. What are you sending out? That is important. So work on yourself. The idea is to work on yourself and love yourself. Give yourself all this love that you want somebody else to give you. You are whole. You're complete. You don't need anybody. Not for the reasons we think. We need people. Okay, we can argue that and we can talk about that for again and again and again and for hours and hours and hours. But you have to become this person, this whole person. You're complete. All you need is God. All you need is God. And I talk from my experience and I talk from my journey. So for me, you have to love yourself first and then the relationship with God. That's how my journey was. Your journey could be any other way. I don't know. I just speak for myself. So you have to fall in love with yourself. And that is all for me. Self-love is very close to my heart. If there's anything that can change your life, it is self-love. And that is how my dating life changed. And that is how I don't know how things change and how All these men came which I did not want to marry, and then somebody came who I wanted to marry. I don't know. It all just happened to be as it is. And today I'm happily married. I don't even know if that's love. I don't even have that question. And I don't even care. We'll get on to the next videos where I'll tell you the right reasons of marrying, the right reasons of a relationship, purpose of life, purpose of relationships, all of those. You need to really understand all of these things in life. And then I had no more question whether it's love or it's not, because it doesn't really matter. Because when you need to understand what is your purpose of life, what is the purpose of relationships. So your purpose matters more than actually just this love. But it's nice to have this feeling, that I'm not denying you. It's really nice to fall in love, to get heartbroken, and as Rumi says, keep breaking your heart until it wide opens. So that's a process also, that's a journey as well. You have to experience that, enjoy that, cherish that, but stay aware. At some point in life, you have to understand, why is this viscous cycle, the repeated pattern. Getting the wrong man in your life, getting the wrong woman in your life, things are not working again, then you're depressed, then you're sad, and then there's a heartbroken. Again the same story, again and again and again. At some point you have to understand what's going on. At some point you can understand, what can I do differently? What am I doing wrong? What is there that I don't get? So does true love exist? Does real love exist? Does unconditional love exist? Yes, it does. It all does. But not in the way we understand. So love yourself. Give yourself all that you expect somebody else to give you. And see how your life changes. So like, share and subscribe my video if you like. Have a lovely life with your loved ones. Enjoy your life and see you soon again.